I'm Raina.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this is our video on the daily life of Pax Romana. Pax Romana means Roman peace. This 200-year period saw an unexpected peace. During the Pax Romana, the Roman Empire reached its peak in terms of land area. The population swelled to an estimated 70 million people.
During Pax Romana, the wealthy built huge, lavishly decorated houses, and usually had servants or slaves tend to their every need. The average citizens worked hard and lived reasonably.
Many of the advances in architecture and building relied upon the Romans' discovery of concrete. Concrete made possible the creation of huge rounded arches and domes. One of the most famous structures built during the Pax Romana, the Pantheon, one of the largest freestanding domes in the world to this day.
Family life was an important part in ancient Roman culture and society. The familia in Rome included more than just the basic family of father, mother, and children.
It included all other people who were part of the household, such as slaves, servants, clients, and freedmen. As a result, some families grew very, very large.
The legal head of the family was the father or paterfamilias. They had the authority over all members of the household. He decided who his children would marry, issued punishments for any family member that disobeyed him. Also, he could even have a family member put to death, but this rarely actually happened.
The ancestry of a family was very important to the Romans. Each family was part of a larger group called a gens that shared the same ancestry. The oldest and most powerful Roman families were a member of a gens called patricians. Being born into a patrician family assured a person of a high status in Roman society.
The paterfamilias generally had the final say over who his children would marry. Many marriages between families of Rome were arranged based on politics. Unlike many ancient civilizations, Roman men only married one woman at a time. Divorce, however, was fairly common and would be initiated by either the husband or the wife.
Children were generally loved and taken care of in Roman families. Boys were especially important because they would carry on the family name. When a child was born, it was placed on the ground by the midwife. It was only accepted into the family if the father picked it up. Otherwise, the child would be put outside to die of exposure. Sometimes, abandoned infants would be rescued by other families and raised as slaves.
Slaves were also a part of Roman family that owned them. Even slaves that had earned or purchased their freedom, called freedmen, were generally still considered a part of the family.
Here are some facts that we found interesting. The father in the family was called his potestas.
Poor families sometimes sold their children into slavery because they couldn't feed them.
The mother of the family was called materfamilias.
Once a member of the family, one was not allowed to leave the family without having a consent of the father.
Women usually got married early on. Typically, this would be in their teenage years.
Roman women were expected to be great wives and good mothers. Girls were only educated up to primary standard, if at all.
Wealthy women could enjoy a great deal of independence, especially if they were widows. At the end of the other scale, large numbers of women were slaves, ranging from ladies' maids to farm workers.
Spinning and weaving yarn and making clothes were traditional women's tasks, which wealthy ladies avoided. The Emperor Augustus made his daughter Julia do it as an example to others, and she hated it.
Many Roman women used makeup. A pale complexion was achieved with powdered chalk or white lead. Eyes were made with ash-based mixtures, while red ochre was used for cheeks and lips.
The woman wore an inner and outer tunic made of wool or linen, and sometimes a cloak. Rings, bracelets, and necklaces were widely worn. Most jewelry was made from cheap bronze or glass.
There were few careers for women outside the home. Rich women could become priestesses, a few ran their own businesses, and there were some professional midwives, hairdressers, and a few doctors. But mostly men kept professions to themselves. This concludes our project for Ms. Bonazzo's class. Until next time, I'm Raina.
And I'm Mackenzie, and thank you for watching.
You said Mackenzie. Okay, do you want to say Kenzie or Mackenzie?
Well, I said Mackenzie and the whole thing's already done, so.
Well, I might not use that clip.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, ready? I'm Raina.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this is our video on the daily life of Pax Romana. Oh, it doesn't zoom. Okay.
No, because what if we put that one
Put the laptop down. Okay, ready? Hurry up. Ready? I'm Marina.
And I'm Kinsey.
And this is our video on the daily life of Action.
I didn't have to stop thinking.
Okay. Well, that's of the father in the family was called the potestas.
Poor families sometimes sold their children into slavery if they couldn't feed them.
The mother of the family was called the father of the family. As we're trying to edit, I'm trying to keep up with him. Oh my god. The father of the family. The father in the family was called his potestas.
Poor families sometimes sold their children into slavery because they couldn't feed them.
The mother of the family was called the mater familia.
Once a member of the family,
Okay, let's just keep rolling.
once a member of a
Father of the
father of the family.
of the father. Father in the family was.
It's not recording.
Yes, it was. Okay, whatever. The power of the father in the family was called his potter. What? We did because
No, we're not.
accidentally deleted it.
You didn't do that. No.
Holy crap, we did it.
Screw you, science.
We're standing on a bench because we're too short to reach the window.